Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. It's your girl Melinda Nicole, and in today's video I have something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you guys, well, basically vlogging for you guys. So as you guys know, this week I got lip fillers, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience, how it felt, the process, the price for it, the price range, where I went, and the customer service and everything. But before we get into this video, please remember to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also remember that you guys can go ahead and follow me on social media at Melinda Nicole. And let's get into this video. So guys, I just wanted to get here on camera and show you guys what my lips look like. So this is what they're gonna look like the first day after you get them done. Of course, they're gonna look very swollen. They were really red earlier when I actually got out of the actual office. And I know my face looks crazy right now because I had to take off my makeup here around my mouth, and my skin is really oily because I was out all day. But yeah, this is what they look like. I really like them. I know that they're still very swollen, so they're gonna go down, but the overall effect I feel like is gonna look really nice. Also, she said if in 2 weeks, if I don't like the way they look, I could just put a little bit more and get the actual get the look that I'm looking for. But I think in 2 weeks I think they're gonna be fine. We'll see. But I just wanted to, so this is basically day 1 of what they look like. So I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I actually decided to do it, do the courage, and I was oh, I can vlog the whole experience. The only thing was I couldn't really film inside, especially because this is a new place that I went to, and I didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or anything, so I didn't want to film inside. But this is so I was oh, I'll just film when I get home, because when I was in the car I basically had an ice pack on my mouth. So when I'm done with this video, I have to go ahead and put an ice pack on my mouth again. But yeah, I actually like them. So I'm gonna come back on here on Friday, and I'm gonna show you guys what they look like after 2 days of the healing process. And I'm just gonna give you guys an overall experience with the place that I went to, with the nurse practitioner, how she treated me, the product that they use in my mouth, how it felt, and I'll go over all of that with you guys in a more detailed video and a more nicer setting, because right now I'm just sitting on my bed vlogging this, just letting you guys know how I felt about it. So yeah, so I'll be coming back on here in 2 days and letting you guys know the rest of my experience and see what they look like after 2 days. So as you guys can see, it has been about 3 days now since I've gotten my fillers. This is what my lips look like now. They're more the swelling has gone down tremendously. I still have some lumps here. So the first clip that you guys seen in the video, that was basically the first day. So that was just a couple hours after the lip injection. It was probably about 4 or 5 hours after I had gotten the injection. My opinion, what I felt about the place, how I felt I was treated, the product, how much they priced, and everything else about the fillers. Also, I just want to make a little disclaimer that in no way am I promoting plastic surgery whatsoever. If you want to get plastic surgery, that is great. If you don't want to get plastic surgery, that is also great. Do what makes you happy. I am pro plastic surgery, so I don't I don't mind changing some things here and there, make yourself look better. It's everyone's choice and everyone's preference, because I know some people get really sensitive about those topics. So without further ado, let's start getting into this video. So first thing was that the place that I went to, it was called VIP Aesthetic VIP Aesthetic Center, and it was in Hallandale, Florida. So I'm from Miami, so it's basically one county over in Broward County. So it wasn't that far from my house. It was a nurse practitioner that injected my lips for me. I had been following her work on Instagram for quite a while, and I really liked, you know, how she her work that she did. She doesn't do just lip fillers, she does other things, Botox, you know, fillers for your cheeks, for your eyes, the laugh line. She does Kybella, which is to get rid of this little double chin, which is something that I wanted to now too after I seen the results from it. That is freaking amazing. So the first thing was the customer service was awesome. Everyone was really nice in the office. They explained to me in detail everything, the procedure, how everything was going to go down. You know, they explained to me the risks and everything. So that was the first thing that they really took their time to explain everything to me. After that, they went ahead and they numbed my mouth down. So they used a numbing cream that had I guess medical grade lidocaine in it, and honestly that stuff will definitely numb you down, because I did not feel anything. I could not feel anything here, around here, could not feel it. So that really helped. Afterwards, to apply the fillers, the filler that I used was Restalyne. So what they did was basically she made a little poke right here, a little poke right here, and a little poke right there. So basically what she used was a cannula, and they put it on the syringe, and they stick the cannula in here, and down here. After she entered the liquid, what was left in the syringe, she took out the cannula and she put on a needle tip, a very thin needle tip, and injected right here in the cupid spot, because as you guys can see, this is where I wanted to focus, because I wanted my lip to look more like a little bit more right here defined on the cupid toe. And then she injected some down here in the bottom lip. So the good thing that she told me was that I didn't have to use as many syringes as other people did, because I already had somewhat of large lips. I just wanted them to be a little bit more poutier. So she told me that I didn't have to use as many syringes as other people do. One thing, it was very quick. I didn't feel anything. Really, it just felt like a little bit of pressure. Like I felt the cannula like inside the lip. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit weird, but I honestly didn't feel no pain. When I got home a couple hours later, yeah, I did feel a little bit of pain right here in the little areas where she poked at, but that's normal. No pain. Also, my lips were really swollen, but I didn't have any complications. I felt like she did a really good job. I didn't feel weird or anything, because usually I'm the type of person that if something has like side effects or something like that, I'm the type of person that I'm like, I will get every side effect that it has. So I didn't have any side effects. I woke up the next day, they were still a little bit swollen. I woke up today, and the swelling has gone down tremendously. My lips are a little bit dry, but that's just something normal of mine, because I have really dry lips, and I have been really careful of not putting touching too much or putting too much products, just to let the fillers sit in. So what I want to go over is the product that I use. So there's different types of fillers. Mainly the main ingredient that all the fillers have in common is hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is something that your body naturally produces, and they use that to plump up your lips, volumize your cheekbones. You could put it, there's a thing that's called a liquid nose job, so they put it like in your nose if you have like people that have like indentations in their nose. So that's what that is used for. So there's different types of fillers, and the one that I used was Restalyne. The reason why I chose Restalyne was because Restalyne gives you a very natural effect, and from the research that I've done is that it lasts a little bit longer than all the other fillers. Now Restalyne is can range from anywhere from $300 to $400. I got my syringe for about $300, so it ranged per syringe. Since I was told I only needed one syringe, I only paid for one syringe, which was $300. There's different ones. There's Juvederm, and then there's I think it's called Restalyne or something like that, and then there's different styles of Restalyne. So it's Restalyne Silk, Restalyne Kiss, and then there's different styles of Juvederm. I chose Restalyne, like I said, because it the effects, because it was a little bit more natural looking on the lips, and it can last anywhere from 6 to 9 months. Same thing with Juvederm, but from what I've heard is that Juvederm can be a little bit more harsher on the lips, and it can sometimes Juvederm can give you that very like duck lip effect, and that's not really what I was the style that I was going for my lips. So I decided to go with the Restalyne. So basically, depending on the size of your lips is depending on how many syringes you're going to need. With me, because my lips were already somewhat my lips were big already, I just wanted them to be a little bit more poutier and protrude a little bit more out. We only used 1 syringe. So with people that have smaller lips, it is probably recommended to use 2 syringes. Also, another thing is that after 2 weeks is really when you're going to see the effect of what the filler is going to really look like after it's really settled in. Because right now my lips are still a little bit swollen, like I do have some lumps right here and some right here, but that's just normal a couple days after getting the fillers, so that will eventually go away. I was told not to massage it. Now I've seen like videos where I watched where some doctors have told their patients to massage that area, but very gently. But my doctor, she told me not to do it because it risks moving the product, which is not good. So yeah, also there, after you do the filler, there's a couple things you have to take in mind. One thing is that she told me for the next couple days to drink out of straws, so you don't put too much pressure on the lips. Also, no vigorous exercise for about 3 days, so just so you can give your lips some time to heal, so you're not out in the sun. Also, you know, no kissing, so like for about the first 24 to 48 hours. Not doing anything with your mouth, so that includes, you know, kissing, anything else. Like the cost of the fillers. So cost of fillers can range anywhere from about, I want to say, around 300 all the way to like maybe up to $1,000, depending on the brand that you use. So I used to work about 4 years ago, I used to work in the dermatologist's office, and they used to perform these procedures, fillers and Botox and stuff like that. And there was this one filler that it was called Blvd, but you cannot use it in your lips. You can only use it under the eyes and the cheeks, and like in the what they call the marionette lines right here or around your mouth. And that was supposedly that filler could last anywhere from like about up to 3 to 5 years. So that's a pretty big deal. And that filler used to cost, for 1 syringe, was about $1,200 for that filler. But then again, you only had to retouch that for about every 3 to 5 years. So of course, but Juvederm tends to be around the same price as Restalyne. Restalyne can run anywhere from 3 to 4, I want to say 3 to 400, like I said, and Juvederm can run about the same price. As you guys can see, my lips right here is like really, really dry, and that's just the skin that is just sort of like flaking off. So as you can see, this is what my lips look like now. They're still a little bit swollen right here, but that's okay because it's gonna go down. I decided I wasn't gonna I put on makeup, but I decided I was not gonna like put on any lipstick or anything, because I really wanted you guys to see what my lips look like. So I'm really impressed with how it came out. One thing that I do recommend is that before you do any procedure to your face or to your body, to research. Always research the doctor that you're going to, the facility that you're going to, because it's not just about getting a great deal, it's also about protecting yourself too in the end, because from one little mistake of injecting something in your lips can ruin on your whole face for the rest of your life, and it could possibly sometimes be something that is unfixable. Like, I know you guys probably seen that show Botched, where people have done things to their bodies, and sometimes they cannot fix those things that were, you know, that were caused. Sometimes they can, but other times there's things that are just too extreme that they cannot just mess with, because it could kill you, potentially kill you. So that's why I highly recommend that if you're going to be doing anything to your body, to your face, to research, don't just go looking for the cheapest price, because this is something that you know, you're messing with your life, and it's something that can potentially kill you. So you really want to go to someone that is certified, knows what they're doing, and you know, is going to give you the best results. So that's what I recommend. Also, another thing is mine, like I said, that they said to wait about 2 weeks. She said to wait about 2 weeks to see how I like the results of my lips, because that's when I'll really see the actual, like, the product actually just settled into the lip nicely. There's not gonna be any lumps or anything. So she told me to really just you know, look at my lips in 2 weeks, see if I like them. She did recommend to me that I probably won't have to use another syringe in 2 weeks, because my lips are already big. So it's probably just gonna make it just a little bit more poutier, and my cupid's bow just to stand out a little bit more. But I am gonna wait the 2 weeks to see. Also, another thing, I had someone that DM'd me on Instagram and asked me why I didn't use the I think it's called Hyaluronic pen. I've heard about it, and I did a lot of research on that. So basically, it's like a pen with hyaluronic acid, which is the same thing as the filler, and they but instead of going like using a needle like they do with the filler, with the fillers, it's used with a pen where they just sort of like press it into the lip, but it's not actually going into, I don't know how to say, it's not like getting deep into the lip, so it's just like on the top layer of the lip. I did research that. Now that can range from anywhere from 150, I had seen anywhere to like 150 to maybe $250, $300, which is almost $300, which is about the same price that the filler is going to cost me. That only lasts for about 3 to 4 weeks. So I didn't want something that was only going to last me a month. I wanted something that was going to last me a long time. Now the only thing is that, to be honest with you, you never know how long a filler is going to last in your body. The companies that make these fillers, they do say, oh, the filler will last 6 to X amount of months. The problem is that you don't know how your body's going to absorb that product. The same thing goes with Botox. Botox can last anywhere from 3 to 5 months in your face, depending on how your body absorbs it. So the same thing goes with the fillers. That's why they recommend to really pay attention, like the first time you get it, to really pay attention to your fillers, see how long it's going to last. If it's going to last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, because that's when you know when you have to go back and get your touch-up. Another thing with fillers is this. Fillers is something that you have to maintain, because if not, it will dissolve. Remember that for me, $300 is not bad, because if it's something I have to spend every 6 months, then I don't mind, versus going to do the hyaluronic pen, which is, and it can be $150, and I have to do that once a month. So $150 once a month, in 2 months, that's $300, when I could just do every 6 months $300 for lip fillers. And it's something that can last longer in your skin, because it's getting deeper into the dermis of your skin. So that's why I decided not to do the hyaluronic pen. And also the hyaluronic pen, you necessarily don't have to be a doctor to apply it. It can be like an esthetician or something, but I was a little bit worried about that, because the hyaluronic pen, it can hit a lot of nerves. So if you're not careful, you're not trained properly, you can hit one of the nerves in your lips, and you can burst a blood vessel or something. And that's another thing that had me scary, because versus getting the filler injected, the doctor or the nurse practitioner, they're gonna know, because they actually went to school to study, they're gonna know exactly where to go. Like my nurse practitioner that did it, she knew exactly where to make the holes, or how much she could put in, how far she can go in, without bursting any blood vessels or any nerves or anything like that. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a close-up of what my lips look like. So this is what they look like right now. So I love the way how my top lip is lifted a little bit more, because that's what I really wanted, was the focus on the cupid bow, and then a little bit more poutier at the bottom, because it's always recommended that your bottom lip is bigger than your top lip, because naturally that's how your lips are. Your bottom lip is usually bigger than your top lip anyways. So that's why she focused a little bit more down here, and then up here she just focused more on the cupid's bow at the top right here. So I am really impressed with the results so far. So I will see in 2 weeks to see how they turned out, and see you know, if I have to go for a touch-up or anything like that. Eventually there's a couple more things I want to do to my face. I do want to do Kybella, because I do have this like little double chin right here that really annoys me so much. So I do want to do Kybella, so I'll probably do that like next year, January, like that. And I'll probably do like another vlog video about that as well. Also, I was thinking about going back maybe next month and getting a little bit of Botox for up here, because that will help lift your brows. Because if you guys ever noticed watching my videos, one side of my face is like this, and we're not about that. So I just want to lift up a little bit right here, give myself a little bit of a brow lift without having to go under the knife. And that's the great thing about fillers, is that if you don't want to have to go under the knife, filler is a very quick like fix, and also allows you to see what your face will look like if you did go under the knife without having to go under the knife. So that's the perfect. If you guys would like to see me do a video in 2 weeks of my 2-week results to see how my lips turned out, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and I will go ahead and do that. Also, I'm gonna start doing something a little bit new on my channel. So whoever comments first on whoever I see comments first on my video, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a shout out. And if you guys give you guys a shout out so people can follow you on your social media platforms. If you have a YouTube channel as well, I'll give you guys a shout out so that people can go ahead and follow you guys on your YouTube channel as well. So thank you guys for watching. Please remember to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and remember guys that sharing is caring, and I'll see you guys in my next video.